All right, those of you who know me know that I am an audio first kind of guy. I was thinking about writing this game up and I thought, that's a lot of writing. So anyway, the game here is 1998 South Central Louisiana University featuring none other than Bobby Boucher going up against 1961 Alabama featuring Forrest Gump. We played this on a neutral site. All right, so the Mud Dogs won the toss, elected to defer to the second half. Things started off with a bang. Alabama got the ball on their own 28, and on the third play, Bobby Boucher busts in, knocks down the ball carrier, knocks the ball loose, then picks up the loose ball, rumbles all the way into the end zone for the touchdown. South Central Louisiana University of Mud Dogs lead 7-0. 50 seconds into the game. And then we see a whole lot of the same stuff for most of the rest of the game. Bama 3 and out. South Central 3 and out. Bama 3 and out. South Central 3 and out. But midway through the first quarter, Mud Dogs punt recovered by, you guessed it, Forrest Gump. 78-yard punt return for a touchdown, ties it up 7-7 with 7 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the first quarter, and it looks like we have a ball game. There was a lot of defense in this game, a lot of defense, and not very much offense, because both of these teams are powerful on defense, with the edge going to that Mud Dogs team because there are so many big play defenses. It was interesting, though, by the time it was almost halftime, the Mud Dogs only had a few big play defenses, so they just weren't getting the rolls. But the defense itself was still slowing down that Alabama running game. And it was actually halftime, right at halftime, as time expired before we got the next score, and that was an Alabama 47-yard field goal to take the lead at halftime, 10-7. Also, you may remember there is a special chart. The special roles when playing with the South Central Louisiana are unique. I don't want to keep saying special, right? So they have some interesting stuff like Mickey Valancourt steals the opponent's playbook, so mark off some plays. Coach Klein finds his playbook and he gets some new ones, and they're not all playbook related, but I think there's one that actually did happen in this game where Bobby Boucher drop kicked the runner and gets a 15-yard penalty. So there's some fun ones on the specials there. But third quarter was a whole lot of the same. Strong defense. South Central Louisiana came close. I say close. It was a 43-yard field goal attempt. It was a long field goal, but it was the closest they had been basically in the whole game. They missed it. And that was probably midway through the third quarter. So we get into the fourth quarter, and it's still 10-7. And you'd think, wow, it's kind of a boring game. But no, there's a lot of drama going on. One of the interesting series was South Central was facing 4th and long, lined up for the punt, but got the one where the punter sees an opportunity to run for it, roll a D20, boom, 19-yard run, gets the first down. Very next play, they throw an interception. So, I mean, lots of drama going on. Not much happening on the scoreboard, but it was still fun, very fun to play. Bama had been playing field position with the punts and returns because the bonuses that Forrest was getting on punt returns, well, and there really were no kick returns hardly, but the bonuses he was getting on punt returns were inching them forward in field position. So with around 4 minutes left in the game, Bama started with pretty good field position. Bobby Boucher pushed them back a few times, got them out of field goal range, but still too close to punt, so they end up going for it on 4th down and long. Boom, 35-yard pass score. Alabama gets the final score of the game, 17-7. So, again, the over-under on it was, I think, 26. That was 24. So it was under, surprisingly. And Alabama more than covered. what they needed for point spread. So congratulations to all of you who picked everything correctly there. Alabama takes the win 17-7. I tell you, the Mud Dogs had their chances here. Uh, they're all about big play defense, right? They had 19 big play defenses called. Out of those, 8 of them were tackle for loss, 6 of them were sacks, 0 interceptions, 5 fumbles, but they only recovered 1. So that right there, the fact that they recovered 1 out of the 5 fumbles is, could have been a 20, 30-point swing right there. They just didn't get the rolls. They kept up a good battle, but it just didn't add up, and on the other side of the ball, Alabama had 11 big play defenses, and that just shows you that it's a very strong team. Out of those 11, 5 of them were tackle for loss, 2 of them were sacks, 2 of them were interceptions. That's huge. That's 2 turnovers right there. They had 1 fumble, which they recovered. So there were 3 turnovers they got with their 11 big play defenses, whereas South Central, out of 19 big play defenses, only got 1 turnover. So again, this game, you play this one again, and it could go completely either way. Let's look at the stats. South Central Louisiana passing completed only 4 of 24. So it was tough sledding, 43 yards, 16.8% completion. Alabama wasn't a whole lot better. They only completed 3 out of 11 for 65 yards, a 27% completion. The running game, both of them tried hard. They tried over and over to run, but it just didn't pay off. The Mud Dogs, 34 carries for 60 yards. That's 1.8 yards per carry. Bama, 48 carries, 79 yards. That's 1.6 yards per carry. So neither of them was getting it done on the ground. Neither of them was getting it done in the air. It was all about defense, and the bounces went all Alabama's way. Great game, though. Fun game.